Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Stitch Corner. Today I have a first impressions of the Formula 1 2012 demo on the Xbox 360 by Codemasters. I am quite the big Formula 1 fan. I have been looking forward to each edition, and I'll just be going through all the differences between this and the last one, Formula 1 2011. So yeah, at the moment we're just in the start screen with the showing off the beautiful McLaren in what looks like a wind tunnel. And well, let's get started, and we'll be going through the menus first. So basically most of the menus are pretty interactive. I'm just moving my my analog stick around, just have a little look around the car, and this main menu is very clean looking. I actually like a lot more than the previous versions. Just got simple menus. At the moment we can only really access My F1, and just has your general options, viewing profile, changing your settings, your play statistics. So far I've just done one race and one qualifying, and it's all pretty neat looking. I quite like the blue actually. And now we're going to Korea. So we've just got a young driver test and the season play in this. We'll just start off with the young driver test, and while it's loading you can just flick through and have a look at all your statistics. Haven't really done too much, so I don't really have too many statistics to go through. So I've already gone through and done all the simple, it's sort of like the Gran Turismo licensing. They sort of get you to go through an Apex, do a hairpin, straight line test, that sort of thing. So I've already completed all those, and I'm not really going to go through too much of those in this video. But what I will be doing is just going through a dry run test around the Abu Dhabi circuit. So this is all pretty similar to the last two versions, where you're inside the garage in your cockpit with the menu, and at the moment I've got the pit assist on, so it'll pretty much just take me all the way out to the circuit. The graphics are pretty well the same. There's not really too many differences. It still has a really nice look and feel to it. Very clean. The audio I think is a lot better, especially with the engine sounds. The engine sounds are amazing, especially if you have surround sound. So let's get started now. The overall feel of the actual cornering, the turning, all that's pretty well the same. Braking's pretty well the same, especially if you got all the assists on. I'm just using controller for this, as my Microsoft wheel has actually died. But it pretty much feels, it's still pretty arcadey, but it can be pretty sim at the same time if you turn all the assists off. But it's definitely no iRacing, it's no R factor. It's still there primarily for fun. Still has curves and DRS as is in the official series. Yeah, it's having a race around a nice shiny McLaren. Now there's one thing that definitely I did notice a difference in, is that if you hit a curb too hard, especially in a chicane, you will spin. But spinning isn't too hard to get out of, although I did exaggerate this. I did clip a wall at the same time, but if you hit that curb really hard, you do get into a pretty easy spin. You pretty much do a Mark Webber. And now to the season challenge, which is the other part of this the demo. There's just 3 difficulties: easy, medium, and hard, where basically it just depends on what cars you get to pick. Easy being the top teams, medium being the mid-range. So I'm in Williams now, I've picked medium, and then hard you're in like a Marussia or a Caterham or HRT. And so this is the main hub. Basically you get to see contract offers, emails, get news, standings, change your settings, and at the moment I'm picking my rivals, which I've picked Jean-Eric Verne for the race. And it's just going through some emails here, some news. And that's just your standings, and your race settings and all that sort of stuff. So now I'm going to go back to the main hub and start a race. So what the season play is, it's a 10 race series where you gain points, and basically you just got to try and beat your rival basically, and it's a 1 lap shootout for your qualifying position, and then a 5 lap race, which I assume you can change in the full version. So they put me straight into the qualifying lap here, which I won't show you because it's just 1 lap around Monza, nothing too interesting. So I'll just basically just start up this lap, and I think I'll skip it. So basically I got pole position by 0.6 of a second, 0.5 of a second over Hamilton. Pretty easy stuff really, beating Hamilton. And just got the the usual celebration. Unfortunately, so far I've not seen anything about podiums or press conferences yet in this, so it looks like they're not in this game, just like 2011. And again, just going through, looking at my statistics while the game loads. And so basically what we're about to come up to is the same as Form 2011 with your race menu. You're in the cockpit inside your garage, which is coming up pretty shortly. So basically your main challenge is to beat your rival, which he started 15th, I started in pole. Shouldn't be too hard to do, especially around Monza. So you just go to your engineer, hit start race, and there your car will then leave the garage. So it's pretty much the same thing, I just skipped the little intro there. So basically, the races are pretty well the same, not too different from the other 2 versions that they have released. So I won't show you the race. It's actually pretty cool if you just notice that you can actually see your leg movements when you accelerate, and I thought that was pretty neat. But overall, just hit curves, follow the accelerator, and you're in first. And so basically I just skipped to lap 5 because it was a pretty uneventful race for me. Just go through the last turn, and pretty well in a couple of seconds I will have won the race. And there we have it. So we got some celebrations. I beat Jean-Eric Verne for my challenge, and therefore they also give you a contract for Toro Rosso, which I'm pretty sure I'll just stick with Williams. But yeah, so that's pretty much the demo in a nutshell. You can go. It saves all your settings. You don't have to go through everything all over again. It saves all your statistics. So if you want to do race around Abu Dhabi, you don't have to go through all the little tests. And yeah, so unfortunately there's no podium or post press conference sequences, which I thought at least the conference was good in Formula 1 2010. And yeah, so that's the demo in a nutshell. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to racing against you guys when the full version comes out. Thank you very much.